Hey everybody, welcome to Nation. My name is Jersey, and I just want to thank you for hanging out with me today. If this is your first time listening, thanks for checking us out. I really do appreciate it. Make sure that you thumbs up, like, subscribe, anything you can to talk and help me know that you like the show. And if you're a repeat guest, then what's up? How come you haven't shot me an email or a message yet? Told me what's up. But this is going to be available via podcast, SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, Facebook. It'll be everywhere. So make sure that you're watching it and enjoying it on any platform that's best for you. As you know, I am a sales rep for windowcleaningresource.com. So if there's any window cleaning or pressure washing gear that you need, definitely reach out. Give me a call or text at 862-312-2026, or you can shoot me an email at josh@windowcleaningresource.com. This week's show is going to be brought to you by Aaron Rudy, my man. Just got his first trailer set up, so give you a shout out for that. Can't wait to see what you do with it. So let's jump right in. And we're going to be talking about bucket bobs today. Not the most informational show, unless you're a Bob. We're going to talk to you kind of a little bit about that. But I'm going to start the show off by talking about the huge convention, because I love the huge convention. And we are coming up to the mark of, it is from this recording, like a couple weeks away, something like that. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, please, what are you waiting for? Go to New Orleans. It's going to be in August this year, August 18th and 19th. Go and get your tickets. Tickets are almost sold out. Did you hear that? Almost sold out. Literally. You need to go and do it now. The room block has expired. I don't know if there's a way for you to go ahead and get it still. Let them know that you are coming with the convention, the huge convention. Hopefully there's a way you can still get the room block. But you've waited a little too long. But the tickets are still available. And you could still go and hang out with everybody and have a great time and learn more than you've ever learned before at a show, from a forum, from a podcast, from any of that stuff. Definitely go and get your ticket. The website is thehugeconvention.com. Go there and buy tickets. Buy lots of them and bring every employee you have. I brought employees before. It ended up poorly, so make sure you bring the right employees. Don't bring the bad employees like I did. That was Reno. It was bad. It was a different show. It was just bad. But anyway, I also wanted to talk real quick about... there's been posts now on is podcasts and YouTube shows and everything else, are they hurting the industry? And I would love to hear your ideas on this. You're listening or watching this podcast right now. Is it hurting the industry? Because I think that everybody started from nothing. We've all had our first account. We've all been a bucket bob, right? And I don't feel like shows like this, Luke the Window Cleaner, who is awesome, by the way, check out his YouTube channel, it's amazing. Steve-O and Steve, Calfis, Keith, guys are doing shows. I've done shows. I was thinking about this. I did The Biz first, which was like a business show way back when. I think it was like the first show ever on Window Cleaning Resource, long time ago. I've done the Mullen Jersey show, and I've done this, and I feel like it really doesn't hurt the industry as much as it helps the industry, because knowledge is power. It always is. And the only way to go from a bucket bob or a splash and dasher, right, if you're a pressure washer, to get over is to learn. The only way to be better in ourselves. You're going to be better right now. You will be better a year from now than right now. Yeah, you will be better a year from now than you are right now. It's just a fact. Because you're going to learn more, you're going to implement more, you're going to have better equipment, you're going to have better processes and systems, and you are going to be better a year from now than you are now. That is a fact. So if you're a Bob or a Bucket Benji, then you are going to be better a year from now, 2 years from now. Think of where your business is going to be, right? Think about how amazing your business is going to be, the customers, the money you're going to make, the hourly, everything was going to rise because you're going to be better next year than you are now. With time comes experience. With experience comes awesomeness. So you're going to be better a year from now than you are now. So I think these shows only do one thing, and that's help. I really, really, truly do. You're watching the show, right? We all started somewhere. There's very few people, and I've started some businesses for people, equipment-wise, that has been like drooling, like, hey, I have an unlimited budget. I need everything. I want to deck it out. Perfect. I will give you the best of everything. But that doesn't happen. That's not the norm. The norm is, hey, I have $500 right now. That's what I have to get into this business. What can I buy? I need everything, right? That's what mainly it sets up. That's mainly the business. Or even less than that, I have $50, right? I've talked to people who, have just gotten out of jail, right? Or have just gotten out of being laid off or fired or moving or all this stuff where they're like, hey, I got nothing right now, but I need to be something. So the term Bucket Bob, Splash and Dasher, or Bucket Benji, right? That's a bad term, but a person who just starts off with that can and will change from that. It's the Bucket Bobs who are that way forever because they just are happy being crap, right? That's not everybody. It's just not. You will not be. And like Luke said before in our interview, people who are Bobs, which again, we kind of all start as a Splash and Dash or a Bob, right? People who are Bobs, they want to be better. They want to be bigger. They want to be a business where they're working, more hours of the day, more consistent work, more money, more hourly, right? They want to be better. That is where you get out of being a Bob, I feel like. The people who are stuck there, which, again, if you're on any of the Facebook groups, you know who I'm talking about because you've seen them on there, right? They're the ones that argue everything that you say. Hey, the best way to clean a roof or a house is to use sodium hypochlorite in your mix. SH is essential to killing a biological like algae, right? Or a moss or a lichen. No, I think, I'm going to use the spray stuff from really? Really? That's ignorance. You are a Bob if you fight the process. But here is what differentiates a Bob from a non-Bob. You may be a Bob. We all were Bobs, right? But a Bob is somebody who doesn't do things by the book. They do things on their own way because for some reason they think that because they are just in the industry, they've been doing this for 6 months, all of a sudden they're professionals. They know more than all of us. They know more than all the people trying to help. Because here's the thing with information, right? Anybody can say whatever they want online. It's the people who give their time up, like Luke the window cleaner or Calfis, or I've seen a lot of people that even jump on the forums and are always trying to share and help. That's huge. That's awesome to share and help other people. But when you spend your time doing that, helping people try to learn to be better and what systems to use, right? Those are the people who ruin it for everybody else because it's a slap in the face. If I spend all my time telling you all the equipment you need and you go, yeah, no, you know what? I found a 2 gallon a minute 2800 PSI machine on Craigslist, so I think that's probably better. I'm not going to use a downstream injector or an X-Jet or anything like that to wash your house. I'm actually going to, I'm going to use a foamer. That's what I'm going to use because it's better. It's better. You don't know. It's a slap in the face for everybody who helps you. So that is the first kind of facet to a Bob. Look at the Bobs in the industry. You know who they are, right? Benji, The guy brings entertainment, but he's one of those guys who you could tell 1,000 times this is the way you do things, and then he's out there bragging that he made $20 an hour doing it the wrong way. Oh man, I made $20 an hour doing it the wrong way. Boom. It just took me 4 hours to do a 1,100 square foot house. Boom, making money. F-I-I-I-I-I or F-U-U-U-U-U-U-S-H-I-I-I. It's just, it's ridiculous. It really is. But that is the quintessential Bucket Bob. Be better than that. Those are the people who don't do things the proper way. I've seen it in pressure washing. We've all seen guys with flat surface cleaners up on roofs, like blasted away. Oh, it did great. Right? The Zorros of the industry out there with red tips or turbos trying to clean concrete. Those are the guys who, if you don't know, and there's a lot of, look at your area, all the companies that are around you, you've never seen them on forums, right? It's amazing. Window cleaning resource, right? The forum is the largest window cleaning forum in the world, but a lot of people aren't on there. There's a ton of window cleaners even in your area that don't go on there. They don't look, they don't research. It's just something they do. I got a guy in my area I've never seen on any forum or anything. He's out there with a cheap pressure washer cleaning things with pressure. It takes him forever to do a house, and he's cheaper than me. Perfect. I don't care about competition. I don't think you should either. Chase the dream, not the competition. But when you have somebody doing things the wrong way, all you're really trying to do is help them, man. Don't be a splash and dasher anymore. What are you doing? You're spending too much time because you just don't know enough. That's pretty much it. And if you fight progress, or you fight the right way to do things, you're going to be a Bucket Bob forever. A Bucket Benji, even. The other thing that makes you a Bucket Bob or a Splash and Dasher, if you're a pressure washer, is pricing, right? Here's the thing. We talked bidding in the last episode. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Bidding was the last one. It was a good episode to kind of hear numbers thrown out there, actually. But if you are out there pricing things way lower, again, you're selling on price. No one cares that you're that much cheaper what you're bringing to the table. If you're doing house washes for $89, then you can show up with an electric pressure washer. Nobody cares because they know they're hiring crap. That's what that is. You cannot do what we do and be in business charging that. I know how much my insurance costs, right? A homeowner thinks they know how much your insurance costs. So if they're hiring you because your prices are the lowest, they know you're going to be crap. They know the SH I use, right? That the gallons of that right there cost. The gas, the insurance, the truck it took me to drive there. The everything that goes into business has to be accounted for. So if you're charging $89, or you're charging $3 a window ins and outs, you're a Bob, man. You're a Benji. That's what it comes down to, is because you're not charging enough to be sustainable. You're not charging enough to advertise. Oh well, Jersey, I can't charge more. My customers, it's different here. It's different. My customers are so much different than the rest of America, the rest of the country, the rest of the world, right? It's so different. My customers, they expect me to be on site, and they're not going to pay more than, $20 an hour. They're just not. That's baloney. You've never tried. You're wrong. You are absolutely wrong. Why? Because there's another company in your area charging the right prices. It's a fact. It is a fact. There's always going to be a lowballer, and there's always going to be a person that charges more than everybody else, and those people are still going to be in business. Because here's the concept. I am in business for the fact that I like the lifestyle. I'm not in business for the money or the fame of window cleaning, or because I truly enjoy. I love watching bird poop off windows. I love getting stung. Oh gosh, I love smelling like old bleach and rotten algae. Right? No, I mean, there are people out there that like that. Whatever, more power to you. But that's not what it is. It's the lifestyle. A business owner has a lifestyle. If you either chase the lifestyle or the dollar, because you can't have necessarily both. And I'm telling you right now, if you increase your prices or Somebody who charges $200, we'll say $100 an hour compared to somebody who's $50 an hour. The person who does $50 an hour is cleaning twice as much to make the same amount of money. So you're cleaning 40 hours a week to make what the other guy's making in 20 hours a week. This is where Benji comes in. And the other people that drive me bonkers on forums, Facebook groups, is you're doing, I've been told now that it's quantity, right? I'm going for bulk discounting. The more I do, man, that's bull crap. Because the more you do, it's time, man. All we have to pay for is time. All we have to pay for is our labor. And if you are a one-man show or a one-woman show, that's perfect, right? Your labor costs are next to nothing. So you have incidentals, like minimal incidentals. If you clean 2 houses, that doesn't change the cost. It's still the time. You're still cleaning. It takes 2 hours to do a house, say. 2 houses is going to take you 4 hours. Because you do 2 houses, it does not mean that you're all of a sudden your timing goes down. Like I said, though, adding services, that could kind of make it because you don't have drive time. But when you say, I clean more at a lower price, so boom, I make a ton of money. No, you're working harder for less money. That's ignorant. That's stupid. That's Bob mentality. Like we're all in business to have a good lifestyle, to make good money, and to kind of be our own bosses and have that freedom. But if you are not charging enough, you're having to work twice as hard to make the same amount of money, you're a Bob. Like look at it. You're a Bob if that's what you're doing. So charging the right price is a huge thing. Not only does it help the market, right? Which we've had that argument 100 times over, but it helps the market because now the customer knows where the pricing should be. Yeah, there's always going to be somebody better. There's always going to be somebody worse, price-wise. But they know where the market should be. If they're seeing signs all over, $89 house wash, I can't sell a $400 house wash. It makes it that much harder. I have to work that much harder because those people who are only buying on price, they don't care that I showed up with a nice pressure washer equipment. Fine. I don't want those people anyway. Like I said last week, you're going to lose that job over $1 because the next guy is going to come in for $10 cheaper. I don't need that person. I don't need to step over dollars to make pennies. I don't need everybody. That's where Bob's come in too. They could pick up all that extra stuff. I don't need to do that work, and nor do you need to clean at a way less dollar amount than is needed. It just isn't something you need to do. And making everything kind of subpar or on par, I should say, it creates an awareness of where everybody is now all of a sudden not telling customers it's okay to buy crap. It's okay to pay less and get worse results. It's okay to pay the right amount of money and get what everybody can clean. I can clean a house perfectly. Every house I do is perfectly, right? It's good. I do good work. I don't leave a house until it's done. But I have systems and processes and equipment that clean a house that allows it to work perfectly, I charge more than the next guy, possibly. I may charge less than some guys. But the tip of my pressure washer cost me $200, right? Think of that. Like that. The tip on your pressure washer right now probably costs more than the Bucket Bob or Splash and Dash in your area's entire system, right? That has to cost money. Making $20 an hour it doesn't pay for that. So that's kind of a big one in a Bucket Bob. And that's where you see too on routes, guys would walk around window cleaning and they'll do routes like, I'll do this job for $3. Like, okay, anybody else is at, 50 cents a side, or $1 a side or whatever they're getting charged. I'm at $1 a side on route. We talked about that. Buck a window per side. If you're coming in at 10 cents a window, great, take it all. But I'm not going to do all that work. It doesn't make sense for me. The other is clothing and hygiene, which sounds like something no one should have to talk about, right? Don't stink. I've gotten jobs. One of the largest contracts I ever got was a city contract, and excuse me, and it was because the people said before me, when I got there, they said, do you let your employees smoke? And I said, no, never on site, or, that nobody smokes, on there. I said, this is an odd question to ask. Did you have some issues with it? They said, yeah, the people that were before you smelled so bad that they had like 12 complaints from the building that they smelled so bad they couldn't stand it. Like, that is mind-boggling that you lost an account because your employees stink, right? You lost an account because you stink. That's crazy. That's crazy, right? You shouldn't have to talk about that. But I had an employee who had scent issues, if you were. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe having to have the talk. But you have to. There's senses, right? All of your major senses tell you and remind you of pleasant and unpleasant things. If you smell something bad, you're going to remember that that's bad. And that's how this is. I've won jobs from people who are stinky. The other thing with hygiene and clothing is your clothing. Not only should you dress and be clean, at least we do dirty stuff. That's our job. We will be dirty at the end of the day. But we can't give the appearance that we're dirty all the time. Because if I come in looking like a dumpster and I want to clean your house, you're not even going to let me in your house. Your house is your kingdom. Like, I need to look clean and nice. Bringing an extra shirt or something is huge, right? That sets you out like professional. Professional is what we're talking about as compared to being a Bob. I have had days, especially in the summer. I know guys who have hangers in the back of their car with fresh shirts. So when they get to a job, if they get stinky or they get dirty or anything, they change their shirt, and now all of a sudden they're looking clean, they're looking good, they're dressed to impress, they're not a Bob, right? All their clothes have logos on them. Do you know how much I paid for shirts? I paid like under $6 a shirt for a screen printed shirt that just had a big logo on the back. They looked nice. They were all the same color. They had, our logo, everything is branded. $6. $6. You can't buy a shirt from the store. The shirt I'm wearing right now that I bought from some store cost me probably more. I mean, twice that plus, A $20 t-shirt is not something that is hard to find. $6, I buy boxes and boxes and boxes of shirts. So when the guys rip one or it gets stained, throw it out. Here's a new shirt. It's worth it. But Bob's don't have logoed and lettered shirts. They don't have logoed and lettered trucks. That's the other thing. If you're going to show up on a job, be logoed and leather. Don't wear your Under Armour stuff. Even if Under Armour hat and Under Armour shirt, you look like a fool. Like, that is not a professional company. You don't get a professional company from anywhere else, right? Show up at your house that doesn't have a uniform on. Wear a uniform. It's cheap to have a uniform, but everybody can wear the same type of thing, and all of a sudden you look professional. It kicks you up out of that Bob. You look more professional. People are more willing to pay you the dollar that you deserve to do the work. Logoed and lettered trucks. People who don't have any type of graphics on their truck or anything and just show up, it's mind-boggling to me. Like I said, again, last week, you show up in a truck that's covered in paint, you look like crap. You look like a Bob. You look like I should only have to pay you $50 to clean my house. You look like that. I'm only going to pay you what it appears to. But if you show up, and it doesn't have to be a brand new truck, all it has to be is washed. What does it cost to wash a truck? $6 to have a run through a touchless place, and free. Like, you already have Dawn. If you're doing window cleaning, you can wash your truck every day for free. Do you know how easy it is? We used to do this every day when guys came back for the truck. They would get out, clean the truck, and they would we had one of those telescoping poles with the soap that came out the end. It's like a water-fed pole, but not. It's like a sim pole. And they would clean the truck. They would just wash it down. I mean, we didn't even put soap in it sometimes. Like, once a week we'd do the whole thing, but we'd just rinse it down so it just was clean the next day. Every time showing up in a clean truck is huge. Clean personality, clean clothes, and a clean truck shows you care, right? It shows you care. It shows you're not a Bob. When you show up in crappy, stained everything, it looks like, yeah, okay, maybe you've washed it, but it's obviously stained. Now you're not investing in yourself. You got crappy stained clothes. It's just, you're a Bob, if that is the case. And you want to be better than a Bob. You want to be better than a Bob. That's everybody's goal, is to be better than a Bob or a Splash and Dasher. There's a lot of people out there who are one-man shows, right? They're one-man shows. They make great money. They look and they feel great about their company. They're proud of their company. They know when they show up that even if they say, hey, my customers like me being there, they do. You always like when the owner of the company shows up, right? You get a better quality in your brain of, this guy really cares. He's the owner. But you can still look professional. You can still act professional, and you can still not be a Bob working by yourself. There's a lot of those guys. Those are the guys that are making the right amount of money, though, too. Selling on price. If you sell on price, no one can care about anything else. So if I show up looking like a dumpster, right, then I charge you $50 to do your house. You can't complain. You bought me on price. But if you look like you bought something better than a dumpster, then you can charge more. To be that person. Be better than a Bob. Be better than a Bucket Benji. Be better than that. And Benji, if you ever watch this, which you don't because you don't better yourself, be a better person. Be a better person. Anyway, I hope you're not a Bob. And I hope that you are out there listening and going, hey, you know what? I want to talk to Jersey. I want to say what's up. I want to give him some ideas. I want to just talk or buy equipment from you. I'm cool with that too. But shoot me a text. Say what's up. Say I love the show. I love getting those texts. 862-312-2026. Go to the convention for the love of everything. Go to the convention in New Orleans. If you haven't been to NOLA, I'm so excited. I'm so stoked. It is going to be sweaty as balls, but I'm still stoked. I'm still stoked to go. Again, August 18th and 19th, hugeconvention.com. Sorry, thehugeconvention.com. Go to that. Say what's up, man. I'll even buy you a drink. Tell me you like the podcast. I always appreciate that. And our hashtag for anything's hashtag WCR Nation. Jump on Facebook and just put something out there in one of the groups. Say anything you want to about it with the hashtag WCR Nation, and I will see it because that's awesome, and I will appreciate it. And like I said too, if there's anything that I can get for you equipment-wise, definitely let me know. If you want a personal rep for equipment, I'm your man. Shoot me a message on Facebook Messenger, and that way then I have all your name and everything like that, and you can do equipment purchase that way. You text me, you can call me, you can do whatever, and that's what we're here for. There's a lot of people too that we just help that don't buy equipment. We love to buy equipment, obviously, when you buy equipment from us, but hey, if you just have questions too on things that you have, don't hesitate to ask. That's really, really what we're here for. So definitely go to the Facebook groups too, and put us on blast and tell me what you like. Appreciate it, always. Peace out. Enjoy your week, and don't be a